Day trading is paying for my second vacation this year, and I want you guys to know it is completely obtainable. A lot of you guys might be in the same shoes I was in 2.5, 3 years ago, where you're just blowing accounts, you're losing money. One day you're winning, one day you're losing, you're making a whole bunch of mistakes. That was exactly me 2.5, 3 years ago. And I'm telling you guys, if you take it serious, figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, try to get as good as you can, you will see results. It's going to take time and it's going to be hard, but stick with it. Nothing good comes easy. Earlier this year, I spent 12 days in Europe, and I told myself I wanted to pay for that trip completely from day trading. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up securing a payout that paid for my plane ticket and the hotels. And while I was over there, I was still trading, I was still putting in the work, and I ended up securing another payout a day before I left Europe to come back home that ended up paying the remainder of my trip. So that trip was completely paid through day trading. And honestly, that was one of the best feelings I've had in my trading journey so far, because I love to travel, and knowing that I was trading from overseas, still making money, and I paid for my whole trip through trading, it was just a moment that I loved. But I want you guys to know it's completely obtainable, and I'm doing this again. I'm paying for my second vacation completely through day trading. I already booked the plane tickets, I booked some hotels, and later this year I'm going to be spending 2 weeks again in Europe. So let me tell you guys what's working for me so you guys can do it. I have a good strategy. I made sure my discipline was in check, and I stay consistent. That's the thing. Good strategy, stay consistent, and be disciplined. Now, what I want you guys to know, the strategy that I use is supply and demand. There's plenty of winning strategies out there. You just need to find what works best for you and stick with it. The strategy I use currently is a strategy I've been using for a while, and I do not plan on switching at all. I see results, members in my group see results. It is just overall a great strategy. Now, like I said, the winning strategy is all over the place, right? There's a bunch of different strategies. What really separates the profitable and unprofitable traders is going to be discipline. Discipline will get you so far, and I mean on the charts and off the charts. Now, I might not have won yet, but I am on the journey, and I keep getting better and better and better, and I keep leveling up in all different aspects of my life, and I'm never going to stop. Now, remember what I said about being disciplined. Discipline, patience, all that sort of stuff is going to play into each other. When I come to the charts every morning, I look at news, I'm looking at price action, and I find my levels of supply and levels of demand. I mark them out, and I wait for price to come to those levels. If they don't go to those levels, I'm not taking a trade. I can't remember the last time I've taken 5 trades in a single week. Now, that is going to be the main thing. You want to be patient, and you want to be disciplined enough to where you can sit on your hands when your setup does not present itself. Something I tell the members in my group a lot that really took me from that unprofitable to profitable stage was becoming pickier about my setups. I stopped taking like those C and D setups just because I wanted to trade, and I started being patient and picky and taking the A+ setups only. Now, that's something you can do that can really benefit your trading. If you're not already doing that, you definitely need to start doing that. Start being disciplined and waiting for the A+ setups. Now, another thing, I only place 1 trade in a day when I do place a trade. So if I win, I'm not giving any of my money back to the markets. If I lose, I don't want to risk losing even more. So when I do place a trade, I'm only taking 1. It's 1 and done, that's it. Now, not every day is a trading day for me. I can't remember the last time I placed 5 trades in a single week. A big issue I had in my trading journey was over trading. I would take 5, 10, 15 trades in a single day. And it was just a constant thing of going back and forth with a market where I was making money, giving money back, making money, giving money back. And that's not how you're going to be profitable long term. Risk management is going to be another important thing. Make sure you get good at managing your risk. I see a lot of traders, they still have an issue with this, but managing risk is going to be so important. You do not want to have poor risk management. If you're risking 1,000, in my opinion, the bare minimum you should be making, your TP1 should be $1,000. Now, some people are going to disagree with me. They're going to think you need to go for a minimum 1 to 2, but I think at the bare minimum, you should be going for a 1 to 1. Do not secure anything below that. For me personally, I either let my trade go to a TP or I let it go to stop loss. I'm not cutting in between. Also, I do not trade during red folder news. That's another thing I recommend people to steer away from, is trading during red folder news. That might definitely help you guys. Be disciplined, be patient, and this one is very important with anything. Be consistent. The way you're going to get better at trading is by showing up every single day, getting your chart time in, seeing what the market's doing. You don't even have to place a trade every single day, but you want to show up every single day so you can see what the market's doing, learn how to read price action, learn how to find your levels correctly and faster, that sort of stuff. So be consistent with showing up on the charts and getting your chart time, and it's going to get easier and easier eventually when it comes to just finding your levels, knowing how to read price action. Being consistent off the charts is going to be super beneficial as well. You want to be consistent when it comes to everything. If you're doing content, be consistent with it. If you're going to the gym, be consistent with it. Consistency will get you places in life that's going to be crazy. It's been a crazy hard journey for me, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. There's a lot of stuff I still want to do. Now, there was plenty of times where I sat there and questioned myself, am I ever going to be good at this? And obviously you can tell I never gave up. That's what separates me from a lot of people. A lot of people, when they're questioning themselves, they give up in that moment. If you really want to be something, you cannot give up. And don't get me wrong, the trading journey was hard and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm not going to give up. There's too many things to achieve in this life. Accountability is going to be another thing I want you guys to think about. Ask yourself, do you hold yourself accountable? And if you don't, how can you hold yourself accountable? And I'm about to tell you how you can, and that's having a journal. Start journaling if you guys don't. Journaling is one thing that helped me drastically in my trading journey. The journal was showing me what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong. Now, if you see that, if you see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, what your good days are, what your worst days are, now it's up to you to hold yourself accountable. You have all the data you need. Hold yourself accountable. The journaling is going to be something that's crucial in your trading journey so you can see exactly what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and now it's up to you to hold yourself accountable. And now once you start holding yourself accountable, you're going to start seeing results and you're going to start seeing you're doing more. But I just wanted to tell you guys, I remember when I was losing $100 on a trade and that was ruining my whole day, to now I'm able to pay for my second vacation through trading. And I want you guys to know there's a lot more I'm going to get done. Stay with the journey and you're going to see this is just something that's so small. Just remember there's levels to it, and I'm super grateful to be where I'm at now. I remember, like I said, I was losing $100, it ruined my day, to where I passed the challenge account and that got me excited. Then I started getting payouts and that got me excited. Now I'm paying for vacations through trading. What's next? We're just going to have to see, but you can see we're slowly leveling up and up and up, and I can't wait to see the journey. And some of the members in the group are seeing results, and I love to see that for them. They're getting payouts, passing accounts, and I love how I'm on the come up, and I made a group for people on the come up as well, and we're just leveling up together. To end the video off, we're going to be talking about psychology, which I talk about this so much, but discipline, consistency, that kind of ties into psychology, but psychology is going to be the hardest thing when it comes to trading. Like I said, the strategy's out there, but psychology is going to be the hardest when it comes to becoming profitable. Because like I said, you have to keep yourself disciplined. You have to keep yourself consistent. You have to know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and hold yourself accountable. It's going to be basically like trading. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. But you cannot give up. It might be hard, but see the bigger picture and know if other people can do it, you can do it too. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I just wanted to talk about this with you guys. I want to be fully transparent. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys gained something out of it. And I want you guys to know it is possible. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.